Hello everyone, this is the Viva staff and we are going to be interviewing Nicolas Diaz, and he's the one who actually did a 7-week internship in Bogotá, Colombia. So introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Nicolas. I'm originally from Bogotá, Colombia, but I've been living in the US for over 13 years now. And currently I'm a student at the George Washington University, where I study economics and international affairs.
Why did you decide to seek an international internship?
Last summer, when I was looking for an internship, I realized that all my friends and classmates, while they were obtaining very impressive internship placements and very respectable ones, the common denominator of all these placements was that they were in the US, all of them. So I wanted to do something as impressive as them, but somewhere else, in another country, for instance. And I decided, why not Colombia? Why not my own country, where I haven't lived for so long?
Why did you seek Viva as a source of an internship search organization?
One of my very good friends talked to me about Viva and their mission and how easy it was to actually get an internship. When I started looking into their website and reading about them, I realized that this might be too good to be true, but I realized that it was in fact that good, that easy, that straightforward, the whole process. It was very comprehensive, very straightforward, from your application packet to your internship placement, to the interviews you have to do, to your whole internship experience from day one to the very last day. They were very supportive. People that was always there, checking up on you, sending emails, really taking good care of you in terms of being safe in the city, in terms of taking advantage of the cultural opportunities of the city, and obviously in terms of being comfortable and being at ease at your internship placement.
And before you went abroad to do this internship, what were your expectations of Colombia, your internship placement, and your overall experience?
Well, since I did live in Colombia for about 7 or 8 years, I do feel perfectly comfortable coming back. I love going back, but I always go back on vacation for 1 week or 2 weeks. So when it came to realizing that I had to work there for over 2 months, or almost 2 months, I was very afraid that I might not be able to adapt to the work atmosphere, to the professional atmosphere that I had never been exposed to. However, people that was very supportive. Any question that I had regarding that issue, they had the answers. They were very supportive, and they assured me that no matter what happened at my internship placement, if things went bad, it could be fixed. They would be there to help me out.
So can you tell me more about where you actually worked and what you did, which projects you worked on?
Sure. I worked for the Colombian government at the Office of the High Counselor for Reintegration. Basically what this agency does is target the ex-combatants, or the current combatants even, and the guerrillas and the paramilitaries, and persuade them to come back into legality, persuade them to come back into civil society. That is, leave the weapons, come back into society to do good, to work legally, to get education. So that's their mission. My mission was to come up with different plans, different initiatives that would help these people, that would persuade them furthermore to come back into the cities, to come back to their families, and stop the kidnapping, stop the drug trafficking, stop killing people, and actually taking care of their own personal lives, getting their education, getting their genuine dreams. And I was in charge of the more international area of the agency, so I planned and developed several strategies with other countries that are facing the same conflict as Colombia. For example, I came up with a strategy with Afghanistan. I came up with another one with Sudan, with South Africa, even Brazil. And I came up with these ideas. I suggested them to my superiors. They listened to me. They treated me as an equal. I was not just another intern. I was a professional. I went to all staff meetings. And throughout the 2 months, I developed those ideas. And right now, those are possible ideas that in the near future, they might be implemented.
What was the most memorable experience you had throughout your summer?
In terms of memorable experiences, I would have to mention a couple. It would be my very first day at the office and my very last one. The very first day, obviously, I was very afraid that I might not adapt, that this atmosphere was too new for me. Even though it was my own country, I did not know what to expect. However, when I walked in, I realized there were 4 other interns besides me, and they were all people just like me, studying abroad, and wanting to come back to Colombia to give something back to the country that they once had to leave behind. So it was very comforting that there were other people just like me, and that even my superiors that are very successful professionals were students like me, studying in the US with so many opportunities, but they decided to come back. And also, my very last day was the best of all, given that I was able to really see hands-on all the things that I had developed, all the strategies that I had developed throughout my 2 months. I was able to see them in practice. I met with ex-guerrilla fighters and ex-paramilitary groups, individuals that came to our service centers to ask for advice on how to leave the conflict, on how to come back to civil society.
And lastly, is there any advice you would like to give anyone who's thinking of going abroad?
I would have to say that it's okay to be afraid at first. I would even say that it's necessary to be afraid at first. It's okay that you might not adapt at first. It's okay that the public transportation might be confusing. That's all perfect. It's just how quickly and how efficiently you adapt once you're there. It's up to you. I was terrified my very first couple of days, but 1 week in, I was just like any other Colombian citizen, taking the bus to work, taking the bus back to work, doing Colombian things like a typical Colombian citizen, and it was all the much rewarding.
Well, thank you very much, Nicolas, for your time and effort to actually come here and show future Viva La candidates that there is a great future about going abroad and interning. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.